Hello, friends. Welcome back to Soul GPS Tarot. Today we have, per usual, three groups. Group number one has the butterfly, group number two has the frog, and group number three has the spider. So take a moment and focus in on the piles while I tell you what today's question is. Today, we're asking, why did your soul choose this life? This is karmic guidance, if you will. So, again, take a moment, focus in, and then go to the description and click on the link for your group, and I will see you there. Hi, group number one. If you chose the butterfly, then this is going to be your reading. Let us take a look at butterfly in a minute. Actually, I'm going to put him over here and we'll get to him. First, I'm going to give the cards another quick shuffle, and then I will, as usual, pull 6 cards, and we'll pull a couple more oracle cards. Then I'll read your oracle cards, including the butterfly, and we'll get into your tarot reading proper. That feels like it's going to be one. Okay, we want 5 more. That's 1. 3, 4, 5. Okay, we see that. And 1 more. 6. Very good. Those to the side. Stack those there, and we're going to pull 2 oracle cards from the little oracle deck. Let's see. Just making sure you can see everything. Okay. So we're pulling a couple cards for you. The question being, why did your soul choose this life? Sometimes we ask ourselves that because we think, I don't think I would have chosen this, but there are always lessons and growth to be had in the stuff that feels really difficult. And anyway, yeah, this reading is going to give us a feel for what it was you were hoping to gain from this lifetime before you came here. Okay, I'm going to take 1 and 2. Okay, group number 1. Let me move these guys for a second. Pull your butterfly over, and we'll take these 2. Oh, nice. Sensitivity and oh my goodness. Okay, well, with the butterfly and transformation, that's pretty amazing. And even just right now, before I look at anything, I feel like the sensitivity card is really, well, what I'm seeing with these 3 is actually that you are, in fact, using this lifetime to go through a major spiritual transformation, and that sensitivity has to do with becoming more spiritually, perhaps psychically sensitive, and transforming into the version of yourself which is the closest to your higher self. And that's what I'm getting for you for this time around. So, as I say, the butterfly absolutely stands for transformation. It goes into its cocoon as a little caterpillar, and it essentially liquefies its entire body and then rebuilds itself into a butterfly, and then it comes out of the cocoon and it's a new creature entirely. So the liquefaction process, as it sounds, is probably not the most comfortable thing in the world. And even the world is going through this kind of, it feels like, in a way, uh, everything, systems and um, just the way things have been, it's all dissolving kind of. And the promise at the other side of that is that there is transformation coming into something higher and better and more beautiful. It's going to take developing the sixth sense, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and whatever else. All the senses, including the ones that come with your energetic body and your spiritual body, um, that we've been existing in a denser way and kind of only operating out of our five senses for the most part. So this transformation really has to do with um, helping to usher in the new earth by becoming a new human. And that means really undergoing a spiritual awakening. Snake card, the transformation card, same story. It sheds its skin, it grows, and it gets a brand new skin. So that makes sense to me. I'm going to set those aside. Let me go. Let's see. Can we just fit? You know what? We'll do this, and then we'll fit your little butterfly right here. Okay, there. And so let us do your tarot cards. So, card number one, we have got the Queen of Swords. Card number two, the Three of Pentacles. Card number three, the Page of Wands. For card four, we have the Queen of Pentacles, Queen and Queen. Five, we have the Two of Swords. And finally, we have the Strength card. Oh, this is really beautiful, group number one. So right off the bat, what I'm seeing here and what I'm getting is that group number one, you may have been feeling like you're not self-sufficient, like you can't be yourself out in the world and set yourself free from what is expected of you or what you have been doing. You may have yourself locked into something that you have been doing. But this message, because it's preceded by these transformation cards and cards of developing your intuition, what I'm seeing here has to do with you becoming brave. Not that you haven't been brave, but this is a particular kind of bravery. It's the bravery of becoming self sufficient. And what do I mean by that? It doesn't mean that we don't need anybody. In fact, the very next card is the Three of Pentacles, which is talking about collaborating, teamwork, building something wonderful with support and teamwork. But the Queen of Swords is very, very independent. And in this case, I think that what that points to is a process of finding safety within yourself. Some people might say they find their safety in their relationship to God. And really what I'm talking about is the same thing. What I'm saying is the part of you that is an emanation of the divine, which is in connection with the creator and creation, lives inside of you, right? At the core of you. And when we go through a human life, one of the biggest things that happens is that we've got this operating system called the ego. And we need it to be human. We need it to walk around in the world. But it also makes it very difficult for us to remember who we really are and where we came from. And in order for us to get to the point where we can remember who we are and where we came from and why we came here, we have to find access and grow our access to this internal spark. And when we grow our access to it, it in fact expands to become this column of golden light, um, that we can warm ourselves by, that we can feel safe and secure and deeply loved, because that's our connection to the divine, that's our connection to God. It involves healing wounds from our childhood. It involves us reparenting the inner child, going in and giving that child what it didn't get when we were little, um, and helping that inner child to see that, in fact, there is this beautiful divine light within that can completely protect that inner child and love and care for that inner child so that you can be safe in the world. Because the fact of the matter is, when you remember who you are, you understand that you are not limited to this life. And this is just one piece of the story. You have a particular project that you came here to do. And your job, your reason for being here, is to find it. And the way you find it is by getting closer and closer and closer to your higher self, which knows. Your higher self absolutely knows why you came, knows exactly what it is you wanted to do here. So it it is a process of tuning in with sensitivity and kind of uh, what in the past has been called extrasensory perception, but it's just the rest of the senses that we all have access to. Some of us choose to develop it further and some don't, but you do have it. And I suspect that if you're watching this reading, you know that you have it. So you came here to transform essentially into your higher self. Some of the things that you maybe have been working through in this life, uh, it may be feeling like it's difficult to trust other people, to rely on other people, to collaborate because they might let you down. Um, and then on the other hand, that you might not be strong enough to do it on your own. You may have a feeling that you've lost touch with the creative passions that you had when you were younger, but those are your soul talking. And so, this process of finding this safety within is what reconnects you with this inner child who has all of the excitement and passion for its creative ideas. And that's what's going to bring you closer to your higher self. The Queen of Pentacles is really saying that you have this ability, you can transform into this grounded version of your higher self, which is fully nurturing, which can completely resource you, and which is going to allow you to live out your creativity. It's going to allow you to connect with other people in a real, trusting, and vulnerable way, because you can be vulnerable because you are safe. The Two of Swords, it's I think it's what you've been feeling. It's kind of like I don't know what to do. I'm not thrilled with where I am, but I have no idea what's on the other side. It's as if you're blindfolded, right? The moon here is indicating that there are unknowns, mysteries, things that feel scary perhaps to you, especially when it comes to changing your life, because you've built it all the way up till now, and it feels like, oh, do I have to knock everything down? No, you don't have to knock everything down. But the systems that you have taken part in and used in order to build this human life for yourself are not necessarily in the right kind of frequency to support you as your higher self. And it doesn't mean that they're not, it doesn't mean that they can't grow to come with you. But just understand that as you get greater and greater access to that spark of divine and that higher self who knows why you're here, the things that you've been doing you may outgrow them. And that's the way that works. And you can choose not to, you know? It's your life. And you can choose to say, no, I'm not ready for that. That is okay. All of the choices are okay. But based on this reading, what I see is that you set yourself a task. And the feature that you most need is this strength. Strength has to do with self love and unconditional love. And where do you get unconditional love? It's from the higher self, which is connected to the divine, connected to God. That's actually kind of the only place we can get unconditional love, fully unconditional. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what your job is or what level of education you've achieved. None of it matters. What matters is that you are completely beloved to a degree that you cannot fathom. But you can get closer to feeling it even while you're here. I really believe that you came here to wake up. You came here this time it's like waking up in a dream. I can't remember what they call that. Um, hmm, it's slipping my mind. You probably know, but like when you're having a dream, and lucid dreaming, that's it. So the idea is this life is the dream. The other side is the real life, in a way. It's the everlasting life. And the idea is not to have to be done with this one before knowing who we really are. The idea is to wake up inside of the dream and say, oh, I'm dreaming. I know who I really am. And I know why I came here. You know, more and more and more people are waking up to that. And the world is changing because of it. And that is an amazing thing. So, group number one, I just want to pull a couple of clarifying cards for you. And I'll finish out your reading with a fortune cookie oracle. Okay, we have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is about difficult relationships. And I suspect this is saying that there may be some of those that need healing and or that you need to opt out of if they are ongoing and unhealthy for you. But or this may be in your past, you may have had some relationships that were not good for you, but this is really, I think, talking about the lower vibration that you may have been living in the past, but I think you're waking up right now. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands is a totally free spirited. Um, Group number one, I apologize, my camera cut out. Um, anyway, the Knight of Wands is ready to just embrace uh, life, and it's basically the Page of Wands to the Knight of Wands. It's that inner child growing into the Knight of Wands, which is all the same passion, but with all the powers of an adult. So it really has to do with transforming from your wounded child self all the way up to your higher self and living life at just a brand new level. So you have an incredible choice in front of you. Two of Swords has to do with a choice. Um, and so, anyway, I didn't realize the camera had cut off, and I finished your reading with a fortune cookie oracle. And the one that I pulled was the future card, which I thought was quite apropos. Um, it's got a kind of a funny little description, but I'll just say this before we read that. Your future, should you choose to accept your mission that you set yourself, is just astoundingly beautiful. And again, you don't have to. But if you decide to, yes, it's going to take strength and courage and fortitude and perseverance, but you have everything you need and you can do it. Um, so, anyway, the future card says you may travel or host an overseas traveler soon. Either way, great social fun awaits. Now, that's just your little cookie to end the meal. Group number three, would you hit the like button if you've not done that and you enjoyed the reading and stuck around? Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And above all, I would really love it if you just commented in the comments section uh, that you chose group number one and what resonated about it. Okay, I hope to see you in my very next reading. And until then, take care. Bye. Hi, group number two. If you chose the frog, then this is your reading. And I'm going to set your frog right over here and we'll talk about it in a moment. And I'm going to give these guys another quick shuffle and I will select 6 cards per usual. And we'll pull another couple oracle cards and finish your reading with a fortune cookie oracle. So, group number two, the question is, why did your soul choose this life? Well, okay, that's 1. And 2, wow, they're jumpy. Okay, 3. This one, 4. I'm going to say 5, and that's 6. This group's cards really want to speak. Okay, and we're going to select 2 cards from the little guide deck. Let's see what wants to come out. We've got 1. I'm feeling that one too. Okay, group number 2. Let's take a look at your oracle cards first. Put the frog down here, and then we have got romance. Let's see, we'll go here. Let's do like that. And home. Oh my goodness. Huh. It's lovely. Okay, sorry. Let's do that. So hopefully you can see all that. Yeah. And I'm going to lay out your oracle cards and then, your tarot cards, and then we will read all of them. So we first have this one jumped straight out, the Page of Wands. Stay. And then we have got the Six of Pentacles. This deck is the Universal Celtic Tarot, and I really like it. We have the Chariot. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups. And finally, the Hanged Man. Okay, group number 2. This is interesting. So group number 2, this is really pretty interesting. The way that it has come about, and I'll talk about that, but let's begin down here with the Frog card. Um, the the message of the Frog card is that, frogs are spawned and, hatched, as it were, under water, and then they leave the water and come out onto land. But they need a regular return to the water in order to keep healthy and refreshed. And it's a message of self care and um, not being a person who is meant to carry too many heavy burdens. Um, so I'm getting a message from that, and we'll talk about it. The romance and home cards, in a way, sort of speak for themselves. And the question being, why did you choose? Why did your soul choose this life? Um, I wonder if your take is like the life that you're in right now. You might be wondering, like, is this really what my soul chose? And based on this reading, I'm thinking that, um, we all have free will, and it doesn't, it matters and it doesn't matter. We're here to experience. And if we set ourselves a particular goal or task, or several tasks and goals in this life, um, when we come here, we forget who we really are. We forget where we're from, and we come in and become this human with an ego and a body to take care of and other people to relate with. And those things can tend to conspire to make it so that we we get pretty hypnotized by our humanness. We get sucked down into the day to day of just surviving and managing relationships with people. And we can end up building a life kind of by default. And that's why sometimes we come to a point where we're like, is this really what I chose? And of course, there will be parts of it that you would never trade, but you may feel a longing to go somewhere and do something and have a hard time pinning it down. Or you may have been waiting and hoping for your soulmate, and they may not have shown up at this point in your life. And you might be thinking, well, is that just never going to happen for me? This reading is saying that, yeah, your plan, in fact, does involve a great romance and a forever home. And it involves living a life that is refreshed and unburdened. And so when we get into the tarot cards, the Page of Wands is this energy of youthful creativity, having this lightning strike of an idea, um, lightning strike of a feeling. The Six of Pentacles talks about being either sharing with others or being shared with. um it, giving and receiving, it refers to generosity and getting help and so forth. The Chariot is action and being on the move and being balanced, between the dark and the light. Um, I think being fully grounded in who you really are. And I love that there's a background of water there, which takes us back to the frog. Um, so I'll tell you where I'm going with this. Let me just come down here. That the Two of Wands is kind of waiting for something to happen, and this is where things are happening. Um, the Queen of Cups is absolutely the, the queen of nurturing and love and healing and support. Um, the Hanged Man is about getting a new perspective. It's about gaining wisdom by changing your point of view. So here's where it's all coming together. I feel like your reading, right out of the gate, goes from top to bottom like this, top to bottom and left to right. Um, the Page of Wands is this moment of an idea, of an inspiration, and the Two of Wands is this, kind of going on about life and waiting and waiting for this thing to happen. The Six of Pentacles tells me that someone is either in your life now or coming soon who is going to act as a kind of catalyst or a mentor to help you move forward. The Chariot being moving forward. What you are aiming for is this perfectly, wonderfully resourced, loved feeling, and a feeling of being so cared for that you're not heavily burdened. And I feel like the Six of Pentacles could also be pointing to um, some older male energy, younger female energy in this context, which points back to the romance card. And don't get stuck on genders, because we all carry both masculine and feminine energy. So take that as it applies to you. What I'm seeing here for you is a possible relocation, a great adventure, a voyage. There's this ocean imagery here, and this water imagery is kind of bringing me to the possibility of crossing an ocean in order to find your forever home. And the implication is that that's where the romance is as well. And I'm taking the Hanged Man a bit more literally here. What I'm getting is that changing your environment and going on this great adventure is going to be the thing that gives you a new and different perspective and allows you to more clearly see the trajectory that you wanted your life to take. I think you're going to have to break out of anything that feels stale. And any place where you're overburdened, you need to ask yourself, do I really have to stay with this? Let's say it's a job. Do I really have to keep doing this job? Or is it possible that I could live in a completely different way if I want to, so that this job becomes, obsolete for me? I don't, it has nothing to do with me anymore. If in fact you're in a job that's not, feeling like it's really serving you. Yeah, I'm getting total relocation energy here. And it feels like if you avail yourself of good advice, um, and really try to connect with what feels like it's drawing you, a place perhaps that's drawing you toward it. Um, do your research. But if you're thinking about relocating, particularly relocating overseas, it looks to me like that's going to shift everything for you. That is going to shift you into the life that you feel like you were meant to be living, complete with romance and a wonderful, warm, forever home, and a feeling of unburdening, a feeling of being refreshed. I love this reading. It's wonderful. Yeah, okay. So I'm getting lost in it. Sorry. So, group number 2, I want to finish this reading off with an oracle card. Not an oracle, yes, an oracle card, but the fortune cookie oracle. So, let us just see. Okay. Friendship. A friend needs your help. Your kindness and excellent counseling skills will put them back on track. Huh. You know what? I mean, that also could be very true, but I'm taking this as you have or are about to have a friend who is going to, as I said, act as a catalyst for you and help you get on track toward the life that you you feel like you're meant to be living. The fact that you feel that means that there's real truth in it. So anyway, group number 2, I want to thank you so much for being here. And if you've not hit the like button or subscribed, and I may have said this at the beginning, and if I did, I apologize. But let me know that go to the comments and tell me that you chose group number 2 and what resonated about it. I would so love to hear that. So, group number 2, again, thank you for being here. I hope to see you in my very next reading. And until then, take care. Bye. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the spider card, then you're in the right place. I'm going to put your spider right over here, and we're going to allow 6 of these cards to present themselves. This is the Tarot of the Divine, and so we'll do 6 tarot cards, and then we're going to pull a couple more oracle cards, and we will end your reading with a fortune cookie oracle per usual. Okay, group number 3. The question today is, why did your soul choose this life? That one and this one just fell out. We're going to take that. We want 3 more, please. Why did group 3's soul choose this life? What is it that you were hoping to accomplish? And one more. Okay, there it is. All right, group number 3. I hope I didn't say 2. I think I said 2 a minute ago. Anyway, forgive me. It's getting late here, so I must be getting sleepy. All right, and then we're just going to choose 2 of the little guide deck oracle cards. Oh, okay, and that one. All right, so group number 3, you have got curiosity and health. Nice. And then we'll put your little spider right here. And we're going to go ahead and lay all the cards out, and then I will talk to you about these oracle cards. So your first tarot card is the 6 of Swords. We next have the King of Cups. Ooh, the Star. This is really nice. We have the 5 of Wands. The Devil card, don't get worried, the devil is not bad, I will explain. and the Knight of Coins. Okay, this is going to be some really good and interesting advice for you. So right off the bat, this entire reading is saying to me, one day at a time. So let me pull that apart for you. Um, the the spider. I want to read to you about the spider. 1 second. Let's see. Here it is. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process oriented rather than results oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. So, group number 3, you've got creativity and curiosity right here, and health here. Um, let me kind of talk through each of the cards and then give you the big picture. The Six of Swords is about kind of rowing to safety. These people are leaving the rough waters. It's a mother and son, and they are rowing toward calmer waters where they will be safer. Um, the King of Cups is about um, tolerance, powerful tolerance and empathy, a leader with tolerance and empathy. And the star has to do with hope and wishes granted, particularly following some sort of disaster. So there's a lot of moving on from difficulty and having loving support. The Five of Wands in this story is about 5 brothers who sort of practice play fighting. But when they face an actual enemy, they come together in a unified, present a unified front. Um, and they do that by communicating effectively with each other. The devil is really, for the most part, a card about addiction. And the Knight of Coins is the ultimate one day at a time card. He's planting his seeds and he's very methodically and slowly going through it. The spider is asking you to focus on process, not on outcome. And you're being called to take a look at your health and open up your curiosity. Open your curiosity toward the possibilities that exist if you choose to connect with a powerful and kind and nurturing mentor that is going to lead you into this new period of expanded hope. And the fact that the Knight of Coins is right underneath the star um, is perfect. I love that the sun is shining above him, that there's almost an emblem of the sun on the bull's forehead, um, and that this girl holding the lamb is staring up at the brightest star in the sky. These are, you know, total cards of hope, messages of hope. Interestingly, we have the King of Cups above the devil being this snake with fire, and the King of Cups in this version being like a fire breathing dragon. Um, this mentor will help you to defeat the devil. The devil in this case being some kind of addiction. So if that doesn't resonate, then I would say check one of the other piles. Um, but I mean, it's just across the board. It's telling you that you can get in the boat and start rowing toward safer waters, toward a better life, a safer place to be. And I'm really reading the Five of Wands as surrounding yourself with people who can support you. You have this main mentor. I mean, in the case of, let's say, alcohol addiction, that would be your sponsor. And these would be the other people that go to your meeting, for example, or friends who are supportive of you gaining sobriety. Life is not easy, and that is the understatement of the century. Um, we all find things to help us cope with how hard it can be. Um, and sometimes those things have this kind of power where they just take over. Um, you know, it's like because they are able to give you that little bit of numbness or, you know, a kind of comfort, the brain becomes attached to them because it's so desperate for relief from pain. And so, in that sense, your system has chosen this thing that's really effective in the short term. Unfortunately, because it's also, poisonous, it makes your life progressively worse. And it's not a value judgment or a moral judgment about it. It's really just being human and needing support, you know, needing people who can hold you up when you're falling down. And the spider card talking about focusing on process, it's really, you don't have to fix your life in one decision or in one day. And you never have to be perfect ever, you know, but you can allow your curiosity to have a little bit of light, have a little bit of extra energy, and just make a call, send a text, send an email, go to a meeting if that applies. Just do one. Just do one thing, and you don't have to make any other decisions. This is one day at a time. So you can make one decision just to connect with people who might be supportive. And that's really all you have to do. You don't have to make any other decisions at all. But the one decision to reach out will lead to a path for you that can help you get back to what you were hoping to do in this life. The question being, why did your soul choose this life? If life has been painful enough for you to lean on substances or activities that feel as if they're taking over, then, you know, forgive me for putting it this way, but your soul is a badass. Like, your soul was like, I'm going to give myself all this crap to deal with. Um, and I'm still gonna wake up while I'm there, and I'm gonna remember who I am, because that's how good I am. And, you're that good. Um, but I think maybe when we're not here on earth, I think we forget how hard it is actually to, you know, wake up from our limited humanness and remember that we are souls having a human experience, that we are absolutely beloved by the divine, by the universe, by God, however you want to put it, so beloved. We forget all that. And it's so heavy and so painful here that we do what we need to numb the pain. But I think your soul is a badass and a ninja. And it was like, um, I've got this. uh, Watch this. Um, so you have it in you. You have it in you, my friend. You can do it. You can do it. And you only have to do one thing. Don't even think about the rest of it. It may be just 1 minute at a time. You know, make one choice that's different. Do it now. Do it right now. Just make a call. It takes a lot of strength and fortitude, but you know, you don't want this guy running the show. It's not in it for you, you know, and it wreaks havoc. But you have support. You are going to have support in your life. You are going to have massive support in your life, and it is going to bring about this journey toward better and this beautiful moment of hope and this journey of planting new seeds and reaping a new harvest. You are a ninja. I'm telling you. I'm going to finish your reading by pulling a fortune cookie oracle for you. And as soon as this is done, oop, that guy jumped straight out. Okay, what do we have? Oh, future. You know what? Group number 2 got future as well. It says you may travel or host an overseas traveler soon. Either way, great social fun awaits. Well, I don't know. What I think it's saying is that your future is full of goodness, full of new exciting possibilities and new safer possibilities that that make you feel that you are beloved, because you are. You are let's say an elite soul. That's why you would throw this much crap at yourself, because you thought, oh, I don't want it to be unfair, because I'm so good at this. I'll just make it really hard for myself. But you know, you don't have to keep doing that. We get it. You're incredible. you but no, you're gonna do this. Just do it one day at a time, for real. Group number 3, I'm so grateful that you were here, and I hope to see you in my very next reading. And if this resonated for you and you feel comfortable just commenting, letting me know that you chose group number 3, I would really love to hear from you. And I'm behind you. I'm absolutely behind you. I think you're amazing. Okay. Group number 3, until I talk to you again, take care, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye.